Organization tips for living out of your vehicle. Listen, I truly am not the one to ask, okay? Especially with the state of my truck right now. I will say usually it's not this bad, but it's getting a little crazy here because typically I have a storage unit where I keep all of my seasonal gear. But I'm leaving the state of Colorado and going back home. We will get into all of this later. How do you travel without a toilet or an actual shower? I get so many questions about the bathroom situation of living on the road, okay? It really comes down to common sense. Sometimes you gotta pee in the woods, you know what I mean? I feel like these days, like the camping in your vehicle trend has become so popular. A lot more people have been like populating outhouses in national forests and stuff like that. So really it's not that hard to find a place to go to the bathroom on the road unless you're in the backcountry. You know, I don't know to say that. I pee in the woods a lot, okay? But I have no shame. So I'm really not the person to ask if you get like embarrassed about stuff like that and you don't really like that. I would pee in a parking lot if it wasn't frowned upon. Moving on. The shower thing is really where I have an issue. I've said this before and I'll say it again, the shower part is my least favorite part about living on the road because sometimes you go 4 or 5 days, you can't help it, you can't shower. You do like the body wipes, you do what you can, but it's still like, that's the part that sucks. Okay, you know what? It's a little too, oh, I'm just like throwing socks outside. It's just a tad bit stuffy in here, so un momento. Do you legit live in Poe every day or do you stay in hotels regularly and do day camping in Poe? I don't know what day camping means. Outside of Blue's situation, my dog that passed away from cancer, when he had cancer, we were in and out of Airbnbs and hotels a lot, but I had to do that for Blue. I was not about to make him stay in Poe when he was like uncomfortable or it was just too much for him. So during that time, especially near the end, I was in places like that pretty often, but otherwise I'm just 24/7 in Poe. I don't have a house, I don't have a home base, I'm just on the road and have been since 2017. Exceptions to that being like when it's 106 degrees outside, I don't have AC in the rig. This is a stock antique military Defender. So like even back in 2017, if it was ever way too hot for Blue or if Taz right here, the weather were to ever be too dangerous for them to be in the rig, then I would get a hotel. It's whatever is best for the dog, but 99% of the time it would be on the road 24/7. Listen, it's not perfect, but it's a little bit better, which is what we're going for. Do you follow the same formula for each video edit or do you try to switch it up? I do it all different, it just depends on what the video needs. Sometimes I have like a thing I'm doing, right? Like I'm spending 24 hours at Buc-ee's. I am going to Ireland for 4 days. Like sometimes it's just like the thing is already there. Sometimes I'm just living my life on the road and something crazy happens. A lot of times I genuinely don't find the story until I'm in the edit and I'm like, you know what would be cool is if I put this here, Like I love editing. Everything comes alive for me when I'm editing. So yeah, everything is different just based on what the video needs. How do you handle romantic relationships and do you try not to get too involved? The simplest way I can put it is I just don't care until I do. So like I feel like most people are more interested in dating than I am, or they like need a bid for connection. I don't have that in me. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just don't care until I do. Do I try not to get too involved? No, I'm the exact opposite. I'm either all the way in or all the way out. I'm very black and white. I don't like gray area in any part of my life. Like that's just my personality. So it's like I go through life and I don't care about dating at all, and then I meet somebody and I'm like, what? I'm obsessed with you, and then I just basically bully them into it. So that's how I do things. Did you struggle to form a bond and affection for Taz after losing Blue? No, I always had a bond with Taz. It's definitely like grown, but it was growing when Blue was here. It just took her a while to come out of her shell. She was a res dog and obviously like she was like feral until they rescued her. So it was less about like Blue in her and more about her just needing to like relax. But I love her. She's very different than Blue. I will say that. They're polar opposites in a lot of ways, but I love her. That's my girl. How do you balance everything? I don't. I'm very, very poor at it. It's part of the reason I am just like really not doing so hot right now. Balance, don't know her. Can you tell I love liquid death or? Have you ever had lost or corrupted footage and you found out editing? Yes, more times than I would like to admit. And the thing that sucks about it is there's nothing you can do, and so you're just out of video. Even though it probably took me like, I don't know, 3 days to film and get everything together, so it's just like impossible. What does your day look like when not filming? It is just running errands and editing, and it's still working, to be honest. You guys, I work 7 days a week, all day long. I can't even like begin to describe to you how my entire life is just roaming reckless. Like there's really no separation from it, to be honest. But how lucky am I? Like that's my dream life. Holy cow. It's very rare for me to take a full day off and not do anything like filming, editing, that kind of stuff related. I don't have days off, is what I mean. How do you deal with heartbreak? Heartbreak, losing your pup, person, thing. I don't really deal with heartbreak very well. With like everything else in my life, people, heartbreak, breaking up with somebody that you don't want to break up with, like that kind of heartbreak sucks, but I'm like, just keep it pushing, whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. But like the heartbreak of losing Blue is just like, I'll probably never get over it. So, again, I'm the wrong person to ask. If you guys have any tips, let me know. I feel like it's just something that like time will maybe, even that, I don't think it's gonna get better. Moving on. We're stealth camping in town tonight. Do you want an upgrade from Poe? No, I don't. I've seen a lot of questions like, oh, you were just in a $1 million Earth Roamer. Didn't that make you feel like Poe sucks? No. I love this truck. The only thing I wish I had was AC, especially in the summer. Other than that, Poe all day long. I was being serious when I said I got my dream vehicle, you guys. You guys, we gotta take a minute and thank today's sponsor, BLUETTI, because they totally just saved me. My main power station just crapped out. It was a different brand, okay? Should've known. I've worked with BLUETTI before, and they've only ever been amazing. The last unit I had that was a little bit too big to put in the rig permanently, but they just sent me the AC200. But look how nice this unit is. Two of my favorite things right off the bat. Every port is covered by this super thick rubber, which is amazing for me, because I take my power stations outside sometimes, and I just bring a lot of dirt in, you know, camping, always in and out, and so this like really preserves the unit. Second favorite thing right off the bat, handles on either side. Look at that. Let's go over some facts about this beast, shall we? 2,400 watts of high power, which means the unit can power a coffee maker for 3.5 hours straight. A laptop can be charged 47 times, 317 charges for your phone, or 63 hours on a fan. Remember, I just said I don't have AC in here, so this sucker can run for 63 hours. I'm gonna be happy. This unit is also compatible with expansion batteries, making the full potential of this power station pretty limitless. It has the fastest charging power in its class with accelerated 2,400 watt AC charging, which replenishes the battery from 0% dead to 80% in 45 minutes. That's a quick little Starbucks stop. You get over 3,000 charge cycles, which is like a 10-year lifespan for the battery. And you also have a 5-year warranty. So if anything happens, you're good. You're covered. You don't have to worry about what I just went through with a different brand crapping out at me, okay? With BLUETTI, you're golden. It's high efficiency. It's known to have a long service life, which is what you want when you're investing in something like a power station, right? Because these things aren't super cheap, and so you want to make sure when you're making the investment, it's going to last you a really long time. And as always, it's BLUETTI. So it comes with the BLUETTI Smart app, which you can control everything. You can see all of your stats on there, charge time, things like that. I like that kind of stuff. I don't know about you, but I find that pretty nifty. Taz and I are about to wind down for the night. Here's the thing, I'm gonna show you guys a little test of like what a typical night looks like for me. But to be honest with you guys, I don't have powerful enough electronics to truly show you the capabilities of this thing because it really is a beast. I don't have anything that draws enough power, so I'm just gonna load it up with everything I have. Like, I've got a fan I'm gonna run all night, I've got drone batteries charging, my fridge and freezer are hooked up to it, which is probably gonna be like the biggest draw, and then I'm gonna put like my computer and a few other things, camera, stuff like that, and show you how it holds up overnight. But just keep in mind, like, you really can put this thing through its paces. It can power an entire house if your power goes out, you know what I mean? So just take it with a grain of salt, because it can probably do a lot more for you than like I'm capable of putting it through. So okay, see you in the morning. Good morning. The BLUETTI has been running this whole time. I had my camera batteries and my computer hooked up to it this morning too. It's been 15 hours. This thing is still at 45%. That's pretty crazy. Gotta love BLUETTI, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm on the edge of a highway basically, okay? It's a little noisy. Whether you're going completely off grid and you need like a home backup solution, or you just want a good unit to go down the road with, like BLUETTI is a great option. Like I said, they have the battery packs, so you can literally just keep stacking them and stacking. If you guys want to give this beast of a power station a try, I'm gonna leave a link right here, and also check out more info in my description below. And thank you to BLUETTI for coming in clutch for me when I needed you most. Okay, we have to pack up Poe right now. Do you see your mom / other family members often that we don't get to see in the vlogs? No. I typically only go home once a year during Christmas. Otherwise, I don't really see my family, and if they do come out, then I usually put it in a video, like when you saw my mom come to Ireland, or my mom came to Alaska, or my dad and brother came to Alaska. So what you see is kind of what you get. I don't see them very often, unfortunately. We gotta figure out how to put all of this in Po. Will you be moving into a house anytime soon? No, probably not, but I would love to get an office. I have been considering getting an office because I can put all of my storage unit crap there, and then I can also have server backup, so I can like stop in, dump all my footage, edit for a day, and then head out, because it's difficult to manage storage on the road too. I don't know. I've been toying around with the idea of it, but to a house specifically, no, probably not. I'm probably gonna be on the road till I'm like 85, unless I get a ranch and rescue a bunch of horses. Visibility is not going to be good. Getting out of here. Woo! Or could we send you a gift in memory of Blue? I did just open a P.O. box. I'll leave it right here on the screen. If I do end up getting some sort of like office or more permanent storage space, I will be lining the walls with pictures and paintings of Blue. So anybody that's an artist or has a picture they want to send me of Blue, I probably will do a PO unboxing video and just sob my eyes out looking at all the pictures of Blue. So people have been asking for it, so I did open one. And thank you in advance to anybody who wants to send anything. Ay, ay, ay. Do you drone and drive? I legally cannot answer that. You know what I'm saying? Would you ever get another vehicle for overlanding? I would. I would never replace Poe, but I would add to the fleet. Here are the miles on Poe, and is it the original engine? Yes, it is the original engine, and we have 97,197 miles. Got it with like 63, I think. How much time does it take for one video, including recording and editing? It whiles variedly. Can you tell I'm tired because I've been driving all day? It varies wildly from video to video. I'm trying to think, even for like my fastest video, let's say I just did like an overnight video, like when I went to Buc-ee's, and I just did like an overnight luxury type thing. If I filmed for like a 16-hour slot and I ended up with like 3-4 hours of rough footage, so like that's still like 30 hours worth of work for one short video. Short, meaning I only filmed like one night. So a lot of time goes into one video. Sometimes I have videos that take me an entire week just to get through the editing part of it. Hard to quantify, but a lot of time. How many hours of footage does it take for a typical video? Typically, if I have a simple video, like a one-night camping situation, I'll end up with like 3 hours of rough, raw footage in my timeline to sort through. But if it's like a multi-day, a lot more than that. I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Are you glad you got the other dog at least a few months or so before Blue passed? Yes. Oh, look at her. Mama. Yes, I'm very glad I got her when I did, because her and Blue loved each other. I wish, honestly, I would have moved on that a lot sooner for Blue so he could have had a friend years ago, but very glad I have her. Where is Overland Expo this year, and are you going? I plan on going to Overland Expo East in October. Hope to see you there. Your Latin tattoo, what does it say? It's on my arm right here. I got it last year in May. It's a matching tattoo with my father. I'm really not like a tattoo girly, but I got it because it was my dad's idea, and it's sentimental. I always said that I would get matching tattoos with any of my family members because obviously I love them to death.
Sucisa Vereshit.
That's how you pronounce it, which it is Latin for that which gets cut down grows back stronger. It's just a little thing between me and my dad. Do you ever lose the love to travel at times when it feels like you are constantly on the move? No, I love it. I love everything about it except not being able to shower all the time. It's That's the only thing. Layered bob cut, Rhea? Absolutely not. My hair is so thick. One time when I was 14, my cousin cut my hair super short because it was like really in at the time, and my hair just ballooned out. I had like a mushroom head, so I can't do short hair. Although with my face shape, I actually think I would look better with short hair, but fun fact, I grew out that hair from that really bad haircut when I was 14, and my hair got to this length, and I have kept it like that since I was 16. So I don't really change, I'm a creature of habit. How are you really doing? Not well, but thanks for asking. The entire reason I'm packing up Poe and I've been on the road and things like that is I'm going home to Michigan. I haven't seen anybody in my family since... Do you guys see that mosquito? I haven't seen anybody in my family since Blue passed, except my mom. Thankfully, she was there for me through everything, but I've been like setting up all of these super big videos to film for you guys that I've been so excited, and then I get in the middle of them and I get super sad about Blue and I like just can't complete filming the videos, which is why my schedule has been all over the place, and it's like I'm trying to ride the line between giving myself grace and like just bucking up and getting over it kind of. But I think I really do need to go home and be with family and just like properly grieve a little bit. So I'm leaving Colorado and going home to Michigan, and that's why Poe's crowded, because I packed up everything and we're gonna go home. Still gonna film in Michigan, still gonna take you guys along. I'm actually not even gonna be there that long, probably only a few weeks. More just like a pit stop on the way to other states, but yeah, I do need to go home. Not doing well. What are the things you hate most about Poe? I don't like that he doesn't have AC, and I don't like that my acceleration sucks. Like, I only have like 120 horsepower, right? The thing's like torquey and great off-roading, but like accelerating on the highway is not Poe's strong suit, and that kind of sucks when I'm trying to like get places. It's like you're driving a crater, kind of. Love Poe though. Still my favorite. What's your filming schedule like? I don't have one. I basically just plan out videos a couple weeks in advance, and then I plug it all into Google Calendar. So I really fly by the seat of my pants when it comes to filming, editing. It's like I just get an idea and that's what I do. What's your biggest goal right now? My biggest goal right now is to properly like heal myself, feel better, and get back on schedule with YouTube, because I just feel like I'm all over the place right now. I'm not posting consistently. I just want to like get back, not to normal, but you know what I mean. I just want to feel better and get back on track a little bit. Is it hard being outdoors a lot and dealing with problems and solving them as they come? Not for me. Look at me right now, I have a problem to solve. That's how you open ravioli when you don't have scissors nearby. Problem solver, that's me. No, I feel like it's in my personality to solve problems. Like my parents always joke that you can't really tell me no if I decide I'm gonna do something. I just figure out how to get it done. Especially when it comes to like goals and career and like passion projects I have. So no, I love problem solving. I feel like it's just my personality though. I can see how the road life would be a lot tougher if like that kind of stuff stresses you out. This girl is such a hot mess today. Will you adopt another puppy or dog for Taz? Eventually someday, I'm sure, but just not anytime soon. I'm not at all near ready for that, but I do know that eventually I would like another Aussie, like a full-blooded, chaotic energy Aussie. Yeah, Carol? But like I said, I'm not ready at all. Did you get Blue cremated or was he buried? Blue was cremated because I don't have property to bury him at, and I was not about to just like bury him anywhere. So yeah. Right now, he's with me. Updated camera equipment. Yeah, let's do it. My setup really has not changed very much. My main camera is a Sony a7 IV with a Tamron 17 to 28 millimeter lens on it. I have this cheap little light from Amazon that works wonders that I have on top of it. That's like my main rigging. And then another staple for me is my GoPro Hero. I think it's 10. I think it's a 10. I have an Insta360 X4 that I use sometimes. You guys don't really seem to like that camera though. My drone is a DJI Air 2S, but I just crashed that, if you remember, at the end of my Earthwormer video, so I did pick up a Mini 3. It's a little baby guy. Yeah. What percent of your life is actually spent like how we see on YouTube? 99% of it. I pretty much show you guys everything. I'm either camping or I'm running errands. I also saw one that was like, how much of you is real, or how much of the real do you put on camera? My mom always says what you see is what you get. I'm the exact same. I think I'm a little bit weirder when I'm alone, and usually I'm just alone by myself with my dog and a camera. You know how like when you're home alone, you're just like a little bit goofier? I feel like that's me on camera. Like I'm me, but I am alone talking to a camera. So I do feel like a little silly, goofy mood most of the time. Like when I'm home with my mom or something, I'm not like all the time to her. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like my goofiness probably comes out a little more. I'm the same in real life, but probably just like a little bit more chill. You know? I think at this point I need to make thumbs up merch because I do it so much. It's so irritating when I edit. I'm like, put your freaking thumb down. Put it enough. We get it. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire the last few here because I gotta wrap this up. Rapid fire, wrap it up. Okay, once you've completed all 50 states, what will your next adventure be? I cannot tell you, but you guys are gonna freak out. Dog tips, gear, training, learn about dog psychology, and go do like the natural behavioral path. Think more like Caesar Milan and less like treat and trick training. Do you meal plan when you're out, or do you just wing each meal? I wing everything when it comes to cooking. You guys know I don't really like cooking. I'm not good at it. I don't care. Okay, I'll eat anything. Also, I'm not picky. Don't give it. Okay. What are the top 3 places you've considered building a home base that you've visited so far? It would either be Michigan because my family is there, it would be Alaska because that's like my new favorite place on earth, or it would be a toss-up between Colorado because I used to live there and I have friends there and I love it there, or Idaho because Idaho, the sawtooths? Are you joking? Are you joking? Okay, this is not very lightning round, Maria. How do you stay in contact with friends and family out on the road? FaceTime, texting, Instagram. All my hometown friends I basically just exclusively talk to on Instagram. Have you ever gotten a bad stomach ache on the road, and how did you handle it? I puked all over the place. It was awful. Do you still have horses? Yes, I do. Do you plan on buying a cabin after you finish the 50 states, or will it be more adventures abroad? It actually, right after I finish the 50 states, it won't be either. But you're just gonna have to watch and see how that plays out. I feel like Taylor Swift right now. I'm like planning things like years in advance. What's your faith background? I remember in an old video you mentioned you love Jesus. I do love Jesus. That's my faith background. Just kidding. I grew up Catholic and then now I'm just like non-denominational Christian. Have you ever thought of getting a third-party editor, or do you really just legit enjoy all the editing? I'm actually in talks with somebody right now about helping me rough cut. So like just importing all my footage and trimming the fat. Like when I set up the camera, get into position before I talk, like cutting that out. And then cutting out the end of like me turning off the camera. Basically just like putting my clips in order and trimming all the fat off so I can actually go in and edit, because that trimming of the rough cut takes like several hours sometimes, and like that's hours I could be filming or, you know, pouring into like the actual edit. So yes, I'm considering. Do you think of what kind of film shots you want to get throughout the day? Yes, I think about it as I'm doing it, and I also pre-think of, like I said, I kind of see the video in my head before I shoot it, so like sometimes I'll preemptively go get like drone shots and stuff because I already just know what I want. Does that make sense? Do you have a planned list for the states that you haven't visited? I do. It's in my notes app. I'll put it up right here. And that is the majority of all your truck camping questions. Okay, bye.